This is a short description of a tool that we'll be using as part of the bootstrapping mechanism for Hyperledger Fabric. The work is being done as part of JIRA issue FAB 665. It will be followed by the work in FAB 666, where we'll get the order to read in the output of this tool. The bootstrap mechanism is described in EPIC FAB 359. Basically, we have an administrator who is responsible for manually gathering all the information needed to configure an order. That information is put into the first block in the chain in what we call the genesis block. The data structures that we're using are defined in two chain sets, 2075 and 2153. This is a summary flow of what the bootstrap mechanism looks like. This tool is basically concerned with the actions in the red rectangle. Again, you have an admin that gathers the information needed for configuring an order. That admin uses this tool to create a genesis block. The admin then copies the genesis block to each order's file system. This is how you invoke the tool. And you have three arguments. The first one is the input configuration data in JSON format and the names of two output files. One of the output files contains the serialized bytes of the genesis block, and the other contains the hash of the content of the genesis block. And if we run the tool, you can see that we're processing the certificates for each of the order. We are also processing the CA certificate for each of the participants in the Hyperledger Fabric network. Remember that each participant is responsible for creating the certificates for all of their peers, and the ordering service recognizes that a peer is allowed to connect to the network basically by who created their certificate. We also have an entry for any specific consensus protocol configuration, and we also define two policies, one for ingress and the other for egress of broadcast messages into the ordering service. And after we run it, if you look at the list, you'll see that we now have these outblock and outhash files. Again, this tool is concerned with creating the genesis block and put it into a file so that it can be distributed manually to each of the order, and then this data will be used by each order when it bootstraps. Okay, thank you.